Hey guys, Ernie here, Paleo Hiker MD, and today we're going to do a new video about bushcrafting. We are going to go through my basic bushcrafting kit as I have so far put it together. I did an earlier video you guys can check out on just kind of a really rudimentary bushcrafting kit. I've added quite a bit to it and I'm going to go over it with you guys today, so stay tuned and we'll go over what I use when I go out for a typical one-day bushcrafting day in the woods just to have some fun. Thanks for watching. Alright guys, so the first thing we're going to talk about is just a little bit about some clothing that I always take. First, I always carry a pair of gloves. Now these are just inexpensive gloves I bought at the Home Depot. You can buy nice leather gloves, you can buy tactical gloves. I take whatever it is that I have around. These are just kind of a faux suede and they're just tough. So if you're out there processing wood and doing whatever you need to do, you want to be able to protect your hands. These are really optional, but you can see these are actually Fjllrven Pants. These are kind of classic bushcrafting pants. This particular pair is actually brand new. I haven't even worn them. I have another set that I've worn quite a bit. I like them so much that I bought another pair. What's good about these, they have multiple pockets so you can put lots of stuff, but they're actually pretty water resistant. They have a wax impregnated that you can reapply as needed. The knees and the backside are covered with this very waterproof material, and it just makes being in the woods and getting dirty a lot easier. You don't have to worry about things with these pants. They're going to take good care of you. So those are the first two things that I pretty much always take when I'm going out bushcrafting. Alright guys, so next we're going to talk a little bit about safety. These are two things that I consider to be important safety things that I take out. First is just a simple Sawyer mini water filter. I also bring along obviously the plastic bag that comes along with it. When you're out bushcrafting, obviously the point is to try to do as much out there in the wild on your own as possible. But in a situation where you may need water and you don't have the ability to start fire, you just can't get a fire going for whatever reason, I like to have a backup. Like I told you guys, I am no expert by any means, and I have been thwarted before in trying to start a fire. So in those times and when I really need some water, it's nice to have a backup and have this. Now, anytime you're going to be dealing with sharp objects, we're going to look at a couple of very sharp objects here in a little bit, you want to make sure you're safe. This is just a very simple and basic first aid kit. I'll zoom in for you guys to check that out. Basically what we have is some medicine. This is very similar, in fact almost exact to the first aid kit that I carry in my everyday carry kit in my car. I've got some Motrin, Tylenol. I've also got children's Motrin. I have alcohol wipes back here. I have iodine wipes here. I have plenty of bandages. I even have a tourniquet in case things get really, really ugly. I've got a rubber tourniquet that I can try to stop the bleeding until I can get some help. This is a scalpel. I always carry one of these just in case. You never know when you might need it. But definitely carry a nice equipped first aid kit whenever you're out doing bushcrafting, just to make sure that you're safe in case there's any accidents. Okay, so next we're going to talk about cooking. I do prefer to cook over an open fire when I'm out bushcrafting. I think it's kind of the nicest way to do it. People out there carve their own knives and spoons and all that stuff. I carry my own titanium set. It's really simple to use. Obviously, if I'm out there and I don't have it, I could try to make something rudimentary, but I'm not really that much into carving, or at least not yet. So I carry my own utensil kit. I have a simple cup that I can nest my Nalgene in. Nalgene is something I probably would hardly ever use in an ultralight setting because it's just too much weight. But when I'm just going out for the day, and that's what we're talking about today basically, is just a day hike, maybe at the worst an overnight, or the longest an overnight, just to do some bushcrafting, I would carry this. It's tougher, and I have the nesting Ollie Camp mug that I can make my coffee or do whatever I want to do with. As far as cooking goes, I have this also by Ollie Camp. I'll get this out for you guys. This is a stainless steel cooking kit. The top has handles that come out, acts like a very nice frying pan. Inside you'll see two things. I've got basic Trangia stove and a little pot stand. This will work as a pot stand with my Trangia. I usually will fill it up with alcohol and take it with me. It will carry the alcohol right in here, so I don't have to carry anything extra. And pretty much that's what I carry. I have a little bit of olive oil usually just to cook with, and this is the bottom of the ollie camp. It does have a bail that comes out and locks into place, so that's pretty cool. And overall, you guys can see this is a pretty basic kit. Doesn't weigh much overall, but I carry everything that I need. I carry the stove simply because of the same thing I just talked about. If I'm out to cook a meal and I need to heat something up, and for whatever reason I cannot get a fire going, if I happen to be out in a very, very wet time and I just can't get it done, I like to have a backup. That's part of my plan. So this is cooking for bushcrafting. Alright guys, so for shelter I carry two things. This is a War Bonnet Outdoors Mama Jamba tarp. It has everything inside of it I need to easily and quickly attach it to two trees and put myself up a tarp. There's another video you guys can see. I'll put a link up here to it that I show where I use this with my hammock setup for backpacking. But I have not purchased another tarp. There's a lot of different tarps out there for bushcrafting. I just think, hey, I have a pretty nice tarp. I can use this if I want a bigger one. I'm sure at some point I'll purchase another one, but this one was pretty expensive and works very, very well. It's extremely small, as you guys can see, and it works awesome. I also carry some bank line. This is the primary type of cordage that I use. This is a brand new roll I just got, so it's kind of nice. This stuff's pretty inexpensive, and it is tough as nails, and there's a bunch, I don't know how many feet, maybe 200 feet in here, so you can buy something pretty inexpensively that will last you a long time. One other thing I'll touch on, which doesn't have to do with this, but we'll go ahead and cover it now, and that's this. This is just a journal. This is a journal for anything that I might observe or do. I carry a pen in there, and that allows me to keep track of the things that I do, things that work, things that don't work. In scouting with my son, I'm able to write stuff down for him that he needs. So just something simple to carry with me as a note-taking kit. Okay guys, getting on to more traditional and fun stuff that everybody likes to see, wood processing equipment. Largest, if I happen to take it, I don't always take it, but I'll take my Wetterling's Les Stroud bush axe. It's very nice. It's hand forged, and I tell you, I really like this axe. I have not been able to use it as much as I want because I just got it fairly recently, and it's been so hot here that I have not had the chance to really utilize it, but that will change soon because the weather is changing nicely, and we are going to use it pretty soon, and you will see that on our videos. I've had this a while. I've seen it on other videos. Just a basic Laplander saw. Works really, really well. I like it. Don't always take it, depends what combination of stuff I take, but it's very commonly taken. And quite frankly, a lot of times I'll take all three of these just because I have them and it's good to use them. Last is my LT Wright GNS Scandi Grind. Very nice knife. It's got nice straight edge here so I can strike the attached ferro rod if I want to make a fire with it. And just a really nice knife. Again, fairly new addition to my collection, and I hope to use it quite a bit more, but it comes with this very nice little leather sheath. So this is all of my wood processing gear for bushcrafting. Okay guys, last but not least, fire making. Everybody wants to make fire. We already looked at the ferro rod here that allows me to strike a spark. Now in this little kit, this is a pretty neat little leather kit that I bought off of EDC.com from a gentleman, I believe in Virginia. I'll try to give you guys his address because it's very cool stuff. In here I have a couple things. First, for fire, I have what you saw in another video. I have my Flint and Steel Kit. This has got my steel, my flint. It's got a little bit of char cloth. It's also got a little birch bark down there. So just a nice little compact kit that fits in there. This is more of my tinder pouch, I guess. I've got some fat wood here and plenty of char cloth. I can tell you guys, over time, by far my favorite way to start fire is with char cloth, whether it be a spark from a ferro rod or from the Flint and Steel. I find that if you make your own good quality char cloth, you can get a really, really hot ember that can really help you start a fire. The two other things that are in this kit are a field strop This strop's kind of neat. I bought it also along with the kit from LT Wright with this particular knife. You just unfold it. It's got the sharpening compound massaged already into it, and it's easy to use. You attach it to a tree and hold it. I have extra sharpening compound. Just every once in a while put a little run of the compound on there. And I'll tell you, I really like this field strop. I had looked for something like this for a while. They offered it in a little kit with the knife, so I went ahead and bought it. Very happy I did. Lastly is a small sharpening stone, and pretty basic. You guys know what that's all about. This is a fine grit stone. You can use it as a whetstone. You can put other lubricant. You can, but works well. It is just big enough to be useful, but not too big to be intrusive. So that is my fire kit, as well as a little bit of maintenance kit for my edges. And I'll show you guys again real quickly how easily and how compactly this goes in here. This is a lot of stuff that you're able to put in a pretty small area, just like that. Well guys, I almost forgot my pack. I was going through the whole thing and I looked over and I said, well, I didn't tell them about my pack. This is the pack that I use for bushcrafting. It is a really neat pack to use when you are looking for an introductory pack. This is a US Army issue Alice pack. This is a medium-sized Alice pack, which I think is plenty big. I purchased the pack itself brand new for $45, and I bought this frame, which really does add a great deal of comfort to this pack. I bought the frame for about $30, so we're looking at about $75 for this whole kit, and I find it to be very nice. I like it because it's modular. This particular pack has lots of storage inside. It's got a cavernous area, and it's got 3 big pockets on the outside here that allows me just to stuff it full of stuff. Two things I'll note: you can easily attach stuff at the bottom down here, like a bedroll or whatever you want to attach there. I have attached on the sides this, which is just a cheap dump pouch that I got on eBay for literally about $6. You just open it up and it allows you to use it as a dump pouch. I use that to collect tinder, moss, whatever it might be that is helpful, wild edibles even. And then on the other side, this is where I keep my Nalgene bottle. It's just a simple, again, Nalgene holder. It's got area on top. I usually keep my fire lighting stuff up top here, and it works extremely well. So this is the pack I use, which is the medium-size US Army Alice pack. All right guys, so that pretty much wraps up my bushcrafting kit. As you guys can see, things are always evolving, they're always changing, and that's one of the things I love about this whole thing. I'm always thinking about things, watching YouTube videos, reading books, learning more things about it. It's just a lot of fun for me, and I hope you guys enjoy it as well. This by no means is some kind of an expert deal. I am a very novice outdoorsman and a bushcrafter, and even if you even want to call me that, I just like to go out and have fun and try some of the things that I've read in books about bushcrafting and seen online. So this is the kind of the second version of my bushcrafting kit. You might call it version 2.0. And I hope to continue to grow it. So I have a couple things that I'm looking at to purchase in the next 6 months or so, just to make it a little more interesting. It's finally cooling off here in Louisiana, so I'm going to get out a lot more, put out more videos for you guys, planning an overnight soon with some ultralight gear, and just really enjoying things. Appreciate all the input, appreciate all the support. You guys really are amazing. I've just gained followers more than I ever thought I would up to now, so I'm really enjoying it. So thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and stay tuned for more fun videos from our channel. Thanks.